Hey everyone, this is a new segment I'm calling Off Topic. I'm probably not going to be putting a whole lot of editing or as much effort into putting this kind of video together. Basically, this is just something to entertain you guys between reviews, because they are bi-weekly and will be for as long as I really want to. Because this is just a hobby. You know, I'm flexing my video editing skills and my sort of academic research, critiquing, and other intellectual skills into these reviews, as well as trying to see if I can put a entertaining spin on them. You know, there are some channels that focus more on the discussion and some that are just more focused on the jokes and the entertainment, and I'm trying to find a little balance in between. But now we come to this less formal kind of video where I just kind of talk into the microphone. I mean, I have a list of things to talk about right here in front of me, but this is going to be very loose and off the cuff for the most part. This is not a character talking to you, this is just me, Lightning Runner. I'm going to set aside Gregor for the reviews. So, this is me. Hi, how are you? I have 100 subscribers now, 102 according to my YouTube dashboard. And I'm not sure I quite want to celebrate that. I mean, I now have my own custom URL, which is great for like business cards and actual like getting your channel out there. But for the most part, I think those subscribers are from a different audience in particular. You see, when I started this Lightning Runner channel back in 2013, I wanted to step away from my personal channel, one that I opened up back in 2006, which just had like, it was basically me trying to find out what I really wanted to do on YouTube. And when 2012, 2013 rolled around, I basically looked at the Brony fandom to sort of figure out what I wanted to do. At first, when I was first going into the Brony fandom in late spring, early summer 2011, it was mainly just getting to know people and expanding out my circle of friendship. That sounds very weird. Circle of friendship. I'm pretty sure they've been wanting to use that phrase specifically in My Little Pony. But anyway, considering at this time I was still messing around with FL Studio, I thought, wait a minute, I know what to do. So then, Ellie Monty and Sim Gretzna, two musicians in the fandom, Ellie Monty's a voice actress, I should say. They put together a song called Again. I do a remix of it, and that's the first ever video/song I ever did for the Brony fandom. It was okay. I probably could have made it a bit better. It was kind of weird in its arrangement. I had a sitar and like plucky little xylophone sounding instruments in it, in what is otherwise just kind of a pop sounding song. And then, well, I tried to put out a track at least once a month, which I did, but I tried to do some other things, like I got involved with the Twitch Plays Pokemon thing on twitch.tv. I made a song for them. Even though in an update video, I basically explained that I would just be doing pony music because I really wanted to add to the Brony fandom, which I still did outside of that Twitch Plays Pokemon song. But I digress. And for the most part, I was still trying to advertise myself as a musician in general. Like, I even got to DJ for Sonic Radio Boom, rest in peace, and then later Ponyville FM. So I was kind of very involved in the music scene at that time in that way. So from 2013 to 2015, I was basically a kind of nobody, except if you knew those pony music stations, kind of a musician, which was fine because, you know, I was in college at the time. I wasn't really being threatened by the idea of I kind of need to do something with my life. Because I was doing something with my life at the time. I was learning how to be a radio, TV, film guy. The program over at UNT for their broadcast media, audio, video production, film production, that sort of stuff is called radio, TV, film. It was a cool little program. But right around the tail end of 2015, I think it's then that I start to scramble and figure out that this Brony music thing isn't going anywhere. Despite one of my songs having now almost 2,000 views, I think. I'll check later. And at that point, I had a decent amount of subscribers, like over 50 or so. I think close to 60 or 70. But now that I've changed gears and stopped doing solely brony stuff, I don't know if I really want to say, wow guys, I made it to 100 subscribers thanks to you, or something about enduring hard work. Because this channel isn't even about brony music. Back when I was still doing brony music, I was doing like fanfiction readings as well, which was short-lived even though they were fun to make, and helped me realize that I'm not as good as a voice actor as I think I am. But anyway, that's my big roundabout way of saying I don't really know if I want to celebrate 100 subscribers yet. Let's see if we can go for like 250 or 500, because that way I'll know for sure that I've actually made an impact in the fandom I'm currently catering to, which is you furries, or people interested in furriness. But now let's go on to another topic, and kind of the reason why I'm doing this off-topic video instead of an actual episode, because it's still 2 weeks after the last episode, but I kind of have nothing right now. Like, I have a few ideas floating around, but they involve things that have multiple parts and episodes, which is a lot harder to do than just a regular standalone film, or short, or whatever. You see, last weekend, the 17th through the 19th of February of this year, 2017, I helped out with a convention over in Round Rock, Texas called Ushicon. It is an 18-plus convention, and not in the way that you're thinking. Basically, we just don't want snotty teenagers ruining everything. Not to offend the teenagers that watch this, who are probably snotty, but you guys are kind of snotty sometimes. Because here's the thing, we don't really have any security or strict rules for our convention. It's mainly just be respectful and act like an adult, and a couple of other guidelines about bringing alcohol into the conference center, making sure you're keeping up with your hygiene, but that's about it. Otherwise, it's very chill. The convention itself is only gathering around a little under 400 people to attend, and that's including vendors and staff. Maybe more, but if it gets more, then I don't know, we may have to move to a bigger hotel. Now, specifically, I am a equipment coordinator. Basically, I take all the cables and power strips and audio systems that we either rent or bring ourselves, have a little checklist of where they go and what panel or exhibit needs them, and work with the events organizer and the video theater person and all the other staff to make sure that everything runs smoothly in terms of audio and video. It means everything from making sure microphones are plugged in, making sure the projectors are turned on and working, making sure the right audio cable goes to the right thing on the person's laptop as they're doing their PowerPoint on some anime or whatever. So I was super stoked for that and preparing myself for that starting the Monday of that week, like the 12th. Well, not the 13th. Yeah, that's how you do math. Starting then, I was packing up stuff, making sure the person I was rooming with had packed as well. I was also dealing with my internship then, and whatever project they had me working on then. Basically, I wasn't focused on making a How Furry Is It episode, because there was other stuff I wanted to focus on that week, and I probably could have done some research, but I just didn't care. I kind of wanted to step away from it, see if I could enjoy myself on a little road trip for the weekend. Not that this stuff is stressing me out or anything. It's just kind of nice to leave the city you live in, go to someplace new, eat their food, drink their drinks, see the sights they're seeing. Although Round Rock isn't really like a vacation spot, it's just a small town, smaller town, close to Austin, Texas. And if you don't know about Austin, Texas, well, I don't know if I would call it one of the most liberal places in Texas. It may be like Denton or somewhere in Dallas that's competing with it. Maybe even Houston? I don't know. It's one of the more blue areas in an overall red state. By the way, if you guys are in the Texas area and don't mind driving down to Round Rock or the Austin area, then go ahead and check out Ushicon whenever it comes up next year. It's going to be in February, I know that for sure. Don't know the dates, but it will be in the same location. Like this year we had 2 voice actors, Morgan Berry and Don Bennett. They've been in some anime you've probably watched. I know Don Bennett was one of the characters in Freedom Planet, Maybe you've played that game, or maybe you watched Ruby. She was in Ruby as someone's mom. Oh no, she was Ren's. She played as Ren's mother. We also got the creator of a fairly well-known series from way back when called Marmalade Boy. It's not the kind of convention you go to just to see the guests, though. I mean, again, this is a very chill atmosphere convention. That's generally what all smaller conventions are. But this one in particular is just the right amount of kick back and relax with older fans of anime. At least the ones that are over the age of 18. The kind of people whose first anime isn't Sword Art Online. More likely, these are the kind of people that grew up with Dragon Ball Z, or Sailor Moon, or Gundam, before that was taken off of Toonami because of 9/11. Yeah, they didn't want any war-themed cartoons during the dark 9/11 times, especially for kids. So that's about it for my focus topics. There are some future ideas I have for episodes for How Furry Is It? Some of them are Teletoon shows. The great studio of Teletoon up in Canada, the people that made Johnny Test, and My Gym Partner is a Monkey. They've also got this really weird show called Squirrel Boy. Like, I've seen the first part of the first episode. It's like weirdly entertaining. Like, it's not great at all. It's not really that good of a cartoon. But somehow it pulls these weird comedic punches. It's chuckle-worthy in places, and then in other places it's bland or dumb. It's a weird charm, and I don't know if I like it or not. So you'll be seeing that, but the problem is I don't know how to do serialized series, or at least stuff that has more than one part. Like, I could review the series per season, per section of episodes, per arc, or story arc. I'm probably gonna do like per season or section of episodes. Like, it could be episodes 1 through 4, and then 5 through 8, and then 9 through 13, and then a video concluding all those and doing a general analysis of the overall themes and whatever sucks about it. I don't know. Now, this has been a 40-minute recording so far, almost. So I'm just gonna go ahead and shut up now and try to edit this down to a decent time length for a video. Again, I could just turn this into an audio only thing with like an image slapped onto it, because that's what YouTube podcasts generally turn out to be. So again, this is Lightning Runner. I don't have a special little gimmick for the middle name thing. Stay tuned for more off topic or How Furry Is It, or whatever else I decide to put on the channel. And have a good day or evening, wherever you are. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.